Okay, this is a little bit silly of an ending, but I was thinking about what really has worked for us, and we're kind of scrappy. We're this young, kind of scrappy team. We have pretty funny stories about how we've made sure that things have gotten done over the last few years. We didn't, in the very beginning, Matt and I had no money to start this, so we begged and pleaded with our friends. Anybody that knew how to do something that we needed to get done, we'd say, please, we'll buy you dinner. Please, we'll give you Matt's old guitar if you design our logo. That's a true story. We would email our friends in tech companies and say, hey, we really need to design this feature. If we just buy a lot of pizza, will you come over and help work on this for a few hours? It's anything we needed to do to get the job done, we did. And I think being okay also with iterating has been helpful for us too. Just being okay with good enough for now, and we'll work on this and improve as we go, has also helped us to just start and get going. So I'll end on two things. I went to the site this morning to just kind of check in on things and do a screenshot for you, and this is what I saw. We are I feel like every day still we're right at the beginning. We have still, even today, been overwhelmed by traffic lately, mostly because of the new feature release of the lending teams, but also for a lot of other reasons. We have still just barely tapped, I think, the market for lenders to come empower entrepreneurs, and we literally cannot work with our partners quickly enough to post enough businesses on the site to absorb all of the goodwill and the desire for people to get engaged. There's so much out there, so it's really, really exciting to see. And then right before me, you had asked, actually, Benjamin had asked, what is the role of business in society? Should all these problems be solved by companies or governments? What does that look like? Well, at Kiva, we believe that almost all the problems can just be solved by people, and that's each one of us. People who see each other as absolute equals, as partners, without fear or prejudice or pride, and we hope that Kiva gives each one of us the chance to act and kind of be our own agent of change and to solve the big problems of the world one person at a time. So, thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. Yeah, Sarah, we gotta be able to ask at least 3 questions. 3 questions.
Make them hard ones. No.
Okay. We've got a cordless. We're allowed 3 questions. We're gonna try. Actually, just so you know, we're gonna try an experiment after this session.
Okay.
Where it's kind of like a speed dating, social networking, teaching kind of thing. We don't know how it's gonna work.
Oh.
We don't know how it's going to work, but we're going to try that after this. And if you can stick around afterwards too, that'd be great.
Oh, I'm here. Yeah.
Okay, we got time for 3 questions.
I'll be real quick. I know it'll take more money, but would you see scope for this, say, here in the States? We're here in the district, and the Southeast is very poor.
Right.
Is this something you've thought about?
Absolutely. It's like legally crazy, to use a technical term, to do this in the U.S. But we just have hired around that over the last few months, and we're working on establishing some partnerships in North America.
All right, second question. And third. 2 and 3, and that's it.
Okay, you mentioned that you had an approach before by a company to give you a big bunch of money.
Sure.
We just talked yesterday when we were at the Dutch Embassy about how important it is for people to feel that they believe in the company that they're working for, and that this is such an important part of attracting and keeping the good people. Have you revisited that? Have you come up with a plan for it? And do you have other companies that are leaders in this field that you might want to tell us about real quick?
Yeah, so what's happening right now is this lending teams feature where what we're seeing is companies literally giving out gift certificates or credit to their employees, saying everyone in our company has $100 now. Go lend, market, be a part of the XYZ team, company team, and we'll all do this together. So that's something that's already happening right now, just over the last 2 weeks. We launched this feature like 2 weeks ago, this team lending feature, and already there's almost 1,300 teams that people have created. So that's happening. The other thing that's happening on the horizon is we will have some matching programs to sort of be in both camps, and to be able to allow people to be the decision makers so that the market forces work and we don't just arbitrarily dump money into any MFI, any entrepreneur. But it's matched and it's still tied to human decisions and action. Does that make sense? So there's a matching program coming up too where we'll be able to absorb larger amounts of money all at once. So keep an eye out for that, or just email me, jessica@kiva.org.
Hey, no worries. We'll let people know.
Okay.
Okay. Anne, you've got the last word.
Can I ask, do you have any idea what happens to the small businesses afterwards? So do they come back for another loan, or do they become self-sufficient or even grow?
Yes. So let's see where to begin. One thing that's true is each MFI is never going to post more than, say, a third of their portfolio of clients on our site. So that would be bad for us, bad for them, too risky for us even. So you can see a handful, some percentage of clients that they're lending to on our site. So statistically, it's a little bit rare for a client to pop up again a second time on the site after they've received their first loan. Many of them do. We believe in one of the first assumptions was, hey, we believe microfinance works, and we believe that this entrepreneur, we saw entrepreneurs move continually from one level to the next in terms of going up the economic ladder. So I'm happy to talk at length about how we believe microfinance works. Whether or not you'll be able to track a borrower over their whole life, over their next 10 loans on our site, is still something that's not quite happening. It's just kind of hit or miss the way things work right now. So, thank you.